And we've seen some people try out SK mid, but the trouble is like, where are your item peaks? And, you know, how are you going to scale? Because the trouble is that Secret's lineup is just going to get more and more formidable. But the laning phase could be okay. Caustic build against Void Spirit, how he'll win that, right?
Yeah, Sandking will be able to pressure for sure. I would love to see the Aragari play aggressive potentially into the PL. Don't just accept some Centaur Skylane where they're bullying you. So initial 5-man smokes, entry into the game, get good vision out, find out the lanes will be critical for this game. But I love the creativity from Nigma. It's just a breath of fresh air seeing them just pick different heroes rather than the standard, like what they used to do pre-patch. So yeah. It's going to be a great game.
Will we have a game 3?
It's really good.
Yeah, it is. I think so. I like, to your point, what we're seeing out of them, because I think that they've been missing this sort of X factor. Like, oh shit, Miracle's on Sandking. This is something that was said about this team. We haven't been surprised by that.
Oh, people just saw that 1,000 game record on G. Sorry, I just said it. There was a, you know,
that was good.
Yeah. Well, he should hopefully, I think he'll have another
1001.
Yeah, 1001. It is time to head over to a commentator team of ODPixel and Fogged. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Shivy. It's game 2 from Nigma versus Secret. I'm ODPixel here with Fogged. Hope you're all having a beautiful evening, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, Fogged, what are you looking forward to seeing here? I mean, obviously, the standout thing has got to be that Miracle is on the mid Sandking.
What? No, it's obviously Elder Titan. That's always going to be the thing that stands out for me. EP every time, my favorite hero. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a 5 position, so he's going to get no farm, so we're not going to see the true fun briefcase, but we got to see that earlier. It still fits well, though. I actually like how it fits with like the amping up. I always love heroes like Gyrocopter because it works in both synergies with the way the aura works. Sandking works really well with it. Same thing with Darkseer, too. So some fun stuff coming out from Team Nigma and Secret. They're going for more like your stable, kind of like these buffed heroes, and they do have good ways to actually like pick heroes off. But when I look at team fight, I'm terrified of this Team Nigma draft.
Oh yeah, oh it's you got to be careful as a little old Scar really this game. I feel a few hits from a flat cannon and a stun, and Yapsor's going to be out of action every time.
I see potential for like the late game too, right? This Darkseer versus PL. You're gonna have a PL eventually later on too. That's gonna be incredibly powerful. So we'll see how it all kicks off. Nigma trying to pose themselves a bit aggressive since they do have that ET Sandking strength. But it will just be a 2-for-2 exchange, it looks like. Matu's going to go check it out, but my control is going to claim that rune.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to watch Sandking mid. I actually had a couple games with Sandking mids, and it's been much more impressive than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, because it was this hero, it had some sort of buffs on like the later talents, but nothing really that would change the early game, right? This hero didn't really get changed.
It's just different the way that you can actually play around now. Like if you do get an Aghanims and the way you can actually play in a distance with your epicenter and even with your shard, I'll be honest, I've actually seen the shard being a lot more impressive than I thought it was going to be too. There's actually a lot of fun plays and fun, like crazy damage potentials you can do inside these fights. And it used to be one of the best heroes in the game versus PL for multiple different regions. Sure, Caustic doesn't apply to illusions like they did that one crazy patch, but overall throughout the game, it's an AoE control versus illusions. You've got 2 different forms of clear, and you've got a buffed up ET spirit behind it. It's gonna
I don't think it's going to be too much fun to lane against in the mid lane for Nisha here. That Caustic finale, I mean, you see it. Look at the damage that's being done. Whoa. It's not fun. Any melee hero in a 1v1 against a Sandking is not going to have a great time, and it is just going to be one of those matchups as well that Nisha just probably hasn't played in too much when he's playing mid Void Spirit.
No, I mean, any melee hero, like you said, it's so difficult, especially if he goes 2 points in the Caustic too, it's like devastating. I don't know if he's going to full commit. You probably want to go for more points from your Sandstorm and stuff, but the lane is going to be tough. Nisha's going to have to find some ways to recover, maybe get some help. See how these side lanes are doing. Centaur versus Gyro. I feel like we've seen this one a lot in particular since you have that big chunky base damage and great animation versus Gyro. Zai should do pretty well down here with the backup of Yapsor.
And in terms of the PL, obviously just got hit last night or so by some further nerfs, but overall still a net gain for this hero after 7.29. You feel that the nerfs are not enough to take him away from being still one of the stronger carries this patch?
Nope, still feels great, especially into certain matchups where they just eventually they might not be able to deal with illusions. So we're talking about how they do have some good ways of just this continuous damage, but if he gets too tanky, you know, if Sandking's dead, how the hell do they clear illusions? Like, we'll get to that point later on, but yeah, this hero still feels. I mean, your item peak timings are just so damn good as mid.
And the river, Nisha, he's got a TP. Have they got the damage? They do. He's out of lane with no TP, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to get a few tips coming into the mid here. And nice to see as well, you know, Nigma, a team where it's not about tipping your enemies, it's about tipping your buddies, tipping your allies here. Some very nice friendly tips here from Nigma this series that you got to take your hat off to.
Oh my, and he got both range creep denies too. Puppy even shows up trying to get
it hurts for Nisha.
That.
Oh, I mean,
like, Puppy knows he has to TP. He had to TP mid here. He's like, I'm not gonna leave.
I mean, he's the mid now. I mean, Nisha's only got 8 CS. I think he's getting demoted. He's playing support Void Spirit now. Puppy's gonna start playing some mid Grim.
And somehow they've done a great job top, where a lot of times you see these Dark Series first 2 levels, there's like 10 denies on the safe laner. Matu has 1. My control's at 17 last hits.
Puppy.
Miracle.
You're right. Bow strike not quite having the range to catch him. As Nisha has returned, he's made the long walk back to mid.
Nice early bottle picked up from Mind Control. We see Kuroki's actually the one carrying it. That's why he went over there to fill up that rune. And this is really nice for Darkseers as well now too. Just being able to go for these earlier bottles. Of course, we've already seen the bottles on Darkseer, but just that much bigger of a benefit that you can apply pressure with bounties. I mean, I'm actually probably just gonna continue watching this mid, because I feel like bottom the gyro will start to recover soon, because Skywrath can't actually apply too much pressure. But mid is just, I don't know how Nisha recovers. He's gonna have to like stack and just hope.
It's hard. I mean, we've seen these games before where a Void Spirit just has such a tough lane in the middle, and your impact is just so much harder to have. For sort of the mid game, you're going to be under leveled, and you're not going to have sort of that fast item timing that Void Spirits love to rush towards Orchids or Ags or just something, or Yules to make plays with. It's going to be slow because of this tough matchup you've had.
Absolutely, and the one fortunate thing at least is like that is the only big stun that he has to worry about, right? It's the Burrow Strike. Besides that, you know, there's some missiles and stomps that he has to deal with in a vacuum, but those are not as easy to, you know, you can't really control a Void Spirit as easily without that. So at least Nisha does have that in the mid game that he will be able to just pierce right into whichever place that he does.
Oh, look at this
Miracle.
Farming the small camp as well, some efficiency here. Gets behind the tower, grabs the creep wave, takes it over to the camp. He'll happily clear up both of these for the caustic finale.
Denies Nisha the potential to stack and farm that camp. He's even going to block it himself to make sure Nisha can't farm it. Going to get a ward up, and now he applies pressure onto the mid lane too. Great stuff that we're seeing from Miracle here in this mid lane.
Oh yeah, the Sandking mid looking very good so far. It's Kuro. Maybe, probably quite dead. He gets the stomp off actually with the TP. Kuro's away. He's going to be able to get himself back to base.
The salve, I think that actually saved him. The salve, and then instantly TPs right afterwards. It actually continues for a couple extra seconds, and he lives with like 60 HP. So yeah, that probably what saves him. Much stuff coming in from Team Nigma.
And bottom lane, you know, it does look like we are starting to see after a slow struggle for RTW on the first few waves that he is catching up, and he's doing fine. You know, they brought the pressure lane into his face, and he's recovering. You know, he hasn't died. He's not fed down here. We'll see again on the replay. So let's see how much damage he does go down. So down to about 100 HP. He starts popping the salve. Let's see how much if they can do 100 HP. They did. Yeah, he went down to 20. He would have absolutely been dead. Just spot on. I mean, just something about Nigma today where they're just completely turned on about everything. Nothing. They're giving it their full potential, and
they're turned on about everything.
Oh, I mean, I am watching them play. This is some brilliant stuff.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. It really is. Like, the gyro has recovered. You know, as you said, Centaur good versus gyro in the first few levels, but he's gotten better. And Skywrath overall as a hero, you're still kind of the same. You don't have this dominant early like laning presence. Your hero really does start to fall off quite hard. You've gotten buffs, but they're not really that big. He's gonna select some couriers though.
All right, yeah. Goodbye to your TP clarity and observer ward, Mr. GH. Zapsel takes that away. Zai, he's dead. All right, RTW and GH now in position to get kills onto Zai. If the lane wasn't sort of getting recovered as nicely as it was already, now getting kills on the offlaner as well.
So much magic damage, just the overcharge bumping up the gyrocopters from Rocket Barrage. Even a 1,200 HP hero like Centaur just chewed through. And Skywrath has to watch. Skywrath does not contribute anything besides just a little slow that comes up from that concussive, which is the ability that got buffed.
So he's got to be, careful. Now the level 6 has been hit. They've got the extra bit of firepower with the cooldown if a opportunity arises for a kill.
Yeah, and I know he really wants the Vanguard because it really is like the best item you can get on Centaur, but there's a lot of arguments for a hood that might be necessary this game. There's just so much magic that's Nigma.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, if Vanguard is what he's got queued up, but I mean, I know it did get buffed, but you're absolutely right. A hood is going to go a long, long way here this game.
It feels really good on Centaur, though. I do have to reiterate, like with Retaliate and with the Vanguard, I've seen like everybody doing it now too. It feels really good.
Sure.
This game, like, it just could be appropriate for him to actually go for hood, maybe even pipe eventually in this game. It's Miracle. Almost has his Blink Dagger finished, so he's gonna go for the rush, just playmaking. He's not gonna go for some type of greedy like Aghanims. It looks like he wants to get really active, and I like that because he has Ion Shell too, so he can just run around the map with Ion Shell, put this Blink looking for plays, while Io and Gyrocopter can relocate and join every single one of these fights too, and just farm. So I like that he's gonna go for this, and hope he does continue to go for the Blink. Then he can hunt PL. He can actually just find catches on PL, because PL, as we know, it takes some time to actually be able to get it done.
Oh, they want ILTW. They're coming in with the Stampede. They're charging him down. Can they keep him alive? The charges come out. GH keeping him alive for now. Burrow Strike comes in from Miracle. The counter plays there from Nigma. As Zion Puppy will fall, Nigma keep ILTW alive.
Is under attack.
I think Miracle was bottling GH as he TPs into, so those little bit of extra increments of healing coming from the IO tether, it gets amplified, it gets turned. 4-0, Nigma, 0 mistakes so far, and they've even forced PL to jungle. This is just all looking fantastic for them right now.
This is some crazy stuff. And Miracle just casually 4.6k net worth at the moment. 1k ahead of that of Nisha.
He's got Blink, he's got Fairy's Trinket, he's got Epi. He can kill like anybody really on the map if he connects.
See if they're able to get the jump on Nisha.
He's gonna wait for the darks here, it looks like. Maybe just the +1, that little extra control with the vacuum.
They need it. They need it. Wouldn't be quite enough damage between him and the ET, so
no.
A third was needed. Still,
there's no points in the aura yet on Kuro either. He's gone for just, he's 5 positions, so he can't.
Radiant's top tower.
See what sort of a jump they can get. This is all under the ward, so that the blink reveal will be spotted out by Secret. Nisha actually gonna get the jump on a Kuro. Kuro. I mean, he's actually having to walk away. Miracle's in with the Burrow Strike to stop down Nisha. He's going to jump in for the kill. He's not going to get it. Kuro's going to live. Oh, no. They just can't get anything this game, Secret.
And now he may have revealed the fact that there's a ward on the high ground there, too, with the way that he moved instantly to when Kuro was.
Oh, Kuro. I mean, he's just not dying this game, Kuro. Look at that play up top with the healing salve in the river. Nisha not able to finish him off. He's unkillable, Kuro.
And yeah, look at this, the D ward. Immediately, like I was saying, he knows because of the way that Nisha moved toward him and the way that they've reacted running away. He's going to be able to get a D ward. He has Tranquil Boots, so he full heals too, and now he takes a point in aura to be able to buff up, all that magic damage his team has. This is really good stuff from Nigma.
Nisha, look at a courier.
Value. They need that.
Well, this time, ILTW, he's going to be ahead of Matu's farm on the PL.
And he's going to be able to get this Maelstrom that is so good versus Phantom Lancer, and he's got Overcharge behind him. So it's buffed. It's spell amplified versus that PL too. They got a deep ward as well to be able to watch while Matu is farming. They know Secret is not fight ready. They can just keep running at them right now with this early Blink Dagger.
See them trying to catch Nisha, and missiles heading his way, but they won't dive in for him, Nigma. Some actions.
Look at Matu's position. They just forced him completely out of the right side of the map. Just wasted like a full minute of his time to go TP to jungle. They'll take the Ancients away, making all the right moves. And we did see Zai. He did go for Hood, by the way. He did not go for that thing.
It makes so much sense.
After. Yeah, it's like all magic damage.
It really is. It really is. It absolutely needs that to turn up to the fights and get involved, especially with the levels that Nigma's heroes getting in against, especially against the mid Sandking. Miracle kicking out an insane amount of magical damage.
Another power rune for Miracle. Has he gotten? Is that every single one? I think. I want to say. Did he give up any of them just yet? I don't believe so.
Regeneration.
We're seeing as well was the fastest Blink Dagger timing, not Not too surprising though, seeing as how well his lane went, and he is the mid Sandking. He's gonna have that boost to farm, especially with those cute little moves he made around the small creep camp.
It's the fact that he's so high level too. Like he's got max sandstorm, max burrow. He's got, of course, as we said, the fairy trinket. So it's like PL when he shows up, these illusions are gonna die pretty quickly. Include like an ion shell as well being thrown in. This isn't gonna be an easy recovery for Secret by any means.
I mean, that is the thing. So for Matu, what's his game plan? When he's got the diffusal blade, is he turning up or can he not? You know, when does he start thinking about getting involved? Is it after the first time, or does he have to get a few items in before he can fight into Nigma?
I think he needs both the hood and the diffusal before he even wants to get anywhere near the fights. But even then, it doesn't look easy at all. I think Secret has to play some type of playoff or pick-off game and then try to like outnumber Nigma or just catch them really out of position. Because I think if Nigma's ever grouped up just like it started to look like in that last game, there's no way Secret can battle into this. Like 3 points in vacuum even too, on top of everything. Like mind control, he's just maxing it out. So it just synergizes so well with call down, with the Sandking stun, with the Earth Splitter as well. It's gonna be tough. Secret, they are smoked now. I believe they have the blink and the Atos, so now they can actually make plays.
Nigma's on the high ground though. Stampede in, they're gonna get the jump onto RTW with the sick flares and enough burst to take him out. It's not, he's gonna get relocated over to the side, but Matu's there waiting. We'll be able to kill him off. Now turn towards the next two targets, Soulbind with the setup, but Secret a little hesitant on committing into this, even with RTW dead.
Miracle, he epied floor.
Well, the floor's dead, I guess. A Secret, they've got to find the IO. They're going to be able to jump over, get the grab on the mind control. The setup's there with the remnant. They get the vacuum wall, the bar straight off. Oh, there's the combo, baby! There's the combo onto the four of them as they take down three. And Miracle's not done yet. He's running down Matu. Matu and Yapso, they've got to get out of there. As there we have it, as you were saying before, these points in the vacuum, the setups there from mind control. And Nigma with a beautiful turnaround. They don't need the carry in the game, they just need those two. Miracle and mind control comboing it up perfectly. Nearly 3k damage done there. As, hey, he didn't need an epicenter. You know,
it's the epicenter, but that's the one that hit the floor. That was only a burrow strike as well as the caustic and the sandstorm.
Oh, he doesn't need no epicenter. The floor can have it.
I just want to see it again, honestly.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to see that vacuum.
Oh, let's see that.
That was just way too pretty. But they did get the kill. They got the gyrocopter. They surprised him with the blink and the Atos reveal. Don't think it's going to catch them again, though. God, that was so pretty. I miss seeing Sandking Darkseer together. You know, that's how you make Darkseer work, Kyle. Or that's how you make Sandking work. You just pick Darkseer with it every time.
Sandking Darkseer, it's
combo.
I mean, yeah, that was always one of the sort of the finest duos to have paired up with the Darkseer, but obviously not. Nisha, he's actually going to go in on this.
They're all here.
They're in onto RTW. And can they burst through? Mystic Flare's going to get dropped down onto the IO. Will kill him. RTW is still able to get his spells off. The cooldown's out. And Nigma's going to be able to turn this one around. They've found two. They're looking over towards Zanaba. They've got the catch on Zai.
Matu, he shows up in the back. He does kill off Kuroki, but now he's being chased. He used his dot ball. 5 seconds remaining on it. They're actually going to throw the wall.
Yeah. Start getting the illusions working on. So Miracle's going to have the jump up in a bit of time. Yeah, it's ready. But there is an Invis rune. Oh, do they have detection? They don't, but do they need it? They do. The vacuum not quite able to catch him as Matu. He's able to walk out of there. The Invis rune saving his life. Oh, I say that. Miracle's actually still chasing, and Matu does show to farm the camp. And he's fine. Yapso's by his side. He'll get out of there. 12-4 now, though, for Team Nigma. And they're at a 4k advantage.
Gyro survives, doing all that big front. Look at how he's building on ILTW. A casual cloak thrown in there, give him the Saints for that
look at this.
health too from the IO. I love the little extra stats.
I mean,
oh my god. I mean, ET Spirit on top. Oh, just beautiful.
Oh my goodness, let's look at that again.
One more time.
I mean, that vacuum sucked in a good way. 4 heroes straight away.
Somehow Yapsworth's right on the cusp of it too. That could have just been all 5.
They got to watch out for those combos. And back in the action, Yapso does die. LTW to pick up a kill, and on the mid lane, Miracle's already making the jump in onto Matsu. Get the vacuum, surging Miracle up as well with the Sandstorm down. Matu's out with the Doppelganger.
continuing to slow him down. Every time he shows his face, I'm seeing Miracle. No hesitation. He just runs where the PL is located to just stop him from farming. ILTW continuing to keep that lead.
Yeah, top net worth at the moment, 4, 1, and 3.
Nisha farming that creep pretty aggressively. He does have
jump,
steps, but there's a catch.
Burrow strike into the stomp. Still got a step available. In fact, he's got 2. He's up to the high ground. If they've got anything vital, they have mind control with a vacuum. He's got another step. He's still running, but Kuro's chasing. Kuro's ready to give some punches. He's out to the side with the Assimilate, but he's got no further escape as Nisha goes down. Another kill for Nigma.
Oh, are they going to join their relocate too? I think Secret wanted to go, but yeah, Nigma's too close. They smoke immediately. They're going to opt against looking for the battle there.
I mean, they're just running at them.
On the hunt.
There's no Nisha. Dead for 30 seconds. Nigma's got the numbers.
Miracle. Link down for 8 seconds. Can't quite get it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
More time wasted though. Matu does not want to just sit in the trees up here.
So many moves, so much action coming out. I think you'll be forgiven for thinking we were anywhere further into the game. We're only 18 minutes in. But already some of the items and timings that Nigma's hitting and these kills, 14 against the 4. It's looking very spooky for Secret. They've got to try and find some sort of recovery plan here, but Nisha, Zai falling behind. Now Nisha, on the Void Spirit, as we said, that this is not an easy hero to catch back up. He's 1, 4, and 0.
Yeah, really struggling, and they're struggling to really do much of anything. I'm seeing Puppy doesn't want to really show himself. He's also gone for a fighting build rather than a pushing out build. So who's going to really push out lane so much on their team? They have Skywrath and Grimstroke has level 1 Q. So the Centaur probably has to show in lane sometimes, which just completely removes any of their actual ganking potential. So it's just tough for Secret to just play the macro game at the moment versus Team Nigma, who just is looking for battles. They're just running at them. LTW finishes the full hood. He's like, I'm only dying because of Skywrath and this Centaur burst damage. Through it. Just tank up through it.
SMY and Hood, yeah, he's a tanky boy. Smart builds here. He just charges straight in. That's how confident he feels right now. He's running up into the 3 of them. We'll tell with the Stampede. He's going to get the save here as the heal comes through from GH. RTW getting low. The backup's there. Miracle comes in with the burrow strike. The vacuum wall is dropped down. As RTW finally falls, there'll be a buyback from Zai. Miracle's just running them down. Matu's got no escape. As they lose them 1 by 1. Mind Control still alive. Zai trying to finish him off, but Miracle comes back in with the burrow strike, jumping in onto Zai. Zai will fall. Nisha with another astral step crosses across Mind Control, but it isn't enough damage. Mind Control still alive as Miracle just runs down Nisha. Burrow strike onto the Void Spirit as it's 4 dead on Secret. They're not done yet. Miracle into the base. He's ready to start diving tier 4s. They've got the setup with the Eels, buying time for the burrow strike. He'll be silenced, but it doesn't matter. They just chase him down with the right clicks. The towers are hitting hard, and Miracle will die for this time. Puppy coming in as well. Can they punish GH and Mind Control? As Nisha's chasing, he's coming with the buyback for this. As GH is looking pretty dead. Mind Control will manage to TP out. GH, he will go down slowly but surely here as Puppy and Nisha chase him down. Essence Ring buys him a bit of time, but he'll still fall. So, I mean, flashy moves from Nigma. A little too overexcited, though, from them diving in. Miracle's aggressive dive on Yapsor does cost him and GH's life.
Great glyph usage there, we'll call it. As they catch them a little bit off guard. Overextending. ILTW almost gets saved. I think it was Yapsor who comes in clutch with the 8 toast, stopping the relocate initially. That fight could have been, full-blown disaster, but it still was pretty one-sided.
We'll see this dive again. I mean, as you say, what was the thoughts there? You can't underestimate how much these tier 4s do hurt. Few tower hits flying through, and there's a recipe for a pretty dead Sandking. Back in the action, we've got another attempt onto ILTW's life coming through, but he's still alive. The burrow strike comes in, he will fall, but the setup's been there. As the walls gets dropped down, Zai falls, Puppy as well. Matu's got to run. As Nigma, they're chasing him down. The hard hits coming out from Kuro. As Matu's trying to run, Miracle's going to be able to find him again with the burrow strike. Double kill for Miracle. As we'll see, I mean,
he can't show up to. It just feels like he can't show up to fights. Like the ET aura, it ruins these type of agi heroes so badly. And with the type of game state that it's been, like Nigma just battles right through it. They lose ILTW, but who cares? They're fine with taking these fights still. It's Miracle on the chase again.
See if he can control Nisha long enough. He has got the Yules. Nisha's up to the high ground. Mind Control's in with the jump. He's going to be able to get the vacuum actually onto the two of them. And they're going to continue to chase. Miracle's in with another barrow strike over towards Yapso. Yapso's gone.
They are respawning though. Zai is about to come back too.
Nisha, can he get back in on this? He's going to be able to get the catch onto Kuro with the ink swirl set up from Puppey. Picking the Phantom's embrace. So Miracle's got an epicenter. He's ready to get back in, but Nisha's off to the side. Miracle not quite able to make the jump in time as Nisha's out.
Immediately again though, just right back onto the enemy side, not looking to push out the side lanes so much, just keep looking for this battle, force these reactions. And that looks like now, what's going to be on the map? They got the pipe, as they finished a while ago on mind control. They're feeling really strong around this area. Even though they don't have the epi, they're still feeling that confidence.
It's got to be worrying for Secret. I mean, the last two team fights we've seen that Nigma has still won, they've been team fights where RTW's died at the start. You know, there've been fights that he's not really been able to have too much impact at all, and it hasn't mattered. Nigma still taking the team fights very easily. And just, you know, very impressive, sort of showing it the trust that ILTW has in the team to sort of clean things up, even if he does go in first. You know, no fear from him at all as he voluntarily initiates both times, knowing that even if he does get fully focused and taken down, the rest of Nigma are going to be able to get the cleanup. You know, these moves, they do seem coordinated. This isn't him just going in, you know, like a headless chicken. This is planned moves from Nigma.
No, he knows that he needs to be the one to eat the brunt of the spells. And it allows those big counter initiations to Elder Titan, Sandking, and Darkseer. They can connect with all those big spells. He's baiting Secret to stack up for that big vacuum. I'm sorry? Will be all right, but he will lose his ward immediately. I mean, they're also high level too on this side of Nigma. I'm noticing like level. ILTW is actually 15. GH is 15 because ILTW has died at the start. The supports and everybody else has been amplified so much, and it makes a big difference. Like ET, he's got max aura, and it actually makes such a big difference when you're playing at this point in the game, and you can just negate all that magic resistance, all that armor away from the PL in particular. And now PL, we do see Matu, he's got the shard. So now maybe he can play from a distance where he's throwing lances, and then he can wait till the ET or one of these annoying heroes is taken out of the fight, and then he can start getting on top of them again. But it's gonna be a tough climb. He's still an ancient.
Miracle. Looking for Zai. Zai, he's gonna put the Stampede. They're gonna have the Yules into the Storm. Zai, and he's gone.
No hesitation. Miracle immediately gets the kill top, TP's mid, starts running over to connect to his team, just looking for the next battle every single moment. I
mean, they might look to dive this. Mind Control surging himself forward. Gonna get the cooldown, drop down onto Yapso. Yapso, there's no escape for him. Another it's 26-9 here, 25 minutes in.
I love the bloodthirst. There's no passivity coming out from Team Nigma. It's literally just everyone is looking for fights. No one's like even thinking about the lanes because they've got a Darkseer. It just naturally pushes in with the ion shells. They're just looking, just swinging from one side of the map to the other. No space. Like Matu just never has space to actually go pushing out these waves. It's just always some crazy fight that's happening already from Nigma. Love it.
I'll look to take the safer tier 2s here as Secret sort of left stuck in the base now.
It's just getting harder too. Like that's the thing. It's like maybe if you feel like the PL is going to be able to overwhelm at some point, it's not. He's playing into some natural counters, the itemization that Nigma's building up to just enable this gyro more too. The max solar crest, they're going to have the Aghanims finished on Darkseer eventually. They already got pipe. So many different things to just ensure that they're going to win all these fights. That PL will not ever become that true carry. Ag's already finished on Sandking now too, so even further chances of initiation rate.
Up to the base they go, forcing out the fortification here from Secret. RTW keep pushing up, just casually tanking the Mystic Flare. He doesn't care.
Oh, he'll get healed up real quick. That IO behind.
They're going to look for the jump, but Miracle's over the cannon guy. They've got the vacuum full of the two. They're just dead. Sai and Nisha just wiped off the face of the game as RTW's diving in for the cleanup. Puppey's gone as well. Matty's going to try and jump his way back to the fountain. They're going to call it. They're tapping out of this one as GG is called. Nigma take game 2. And with that, the series, there's 2-0 against Team Secret. Now, Team Secret that was top of the league last season, Team Secret that was second at the major. Nigma, they come in.